Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw Woodruff. Welcome back to another Wood story. Now this is part 3 of What If Deku was a Pure-Blooded Werewolf. Now where we left off is, I think it was Izawa and the heroes as we cut to Izuku and his pack at the pack house. After that scene, Kennedy, get a squad of get a squad of 10 of our best warriors. And she's like, yes, brother. Yes, yes, Alpha. As she picks, she picks the warriors as, hello there, sisters. As Alpha, as they kneel there. I have a special mission for you. I want you two, to recruit some more of our kind, some more of the quirkless, and bring him here. We're going to expand our family. Kennedy, how's our borders? As she's like, everything's going according to plan. The bill is beginning to through the process. Excellent. As we cut to later that night, as Ozawa and Eraserhead, Midnight, and Mount Lady are scouting the pack house. I'm naming the town Moontown because just easier that way. He owns this whole town, so he's passing a bill, but it'll pop up in the episode. As Izuku, so the heroes are there, are they? I could smell them. So what you want to do? Should we take them out? No, Kennedy. The last thing we need is go around killing some heroes, especially some high tier ones. I have a better idea. Get a feast ready. And she's like, what are you planning? I want you, my dear sister, to invite them for a nice dinner. As she runs off after a couple hours, wait until I get it all prepared. As they pull all the stops, their best food, their best dining ware. As it's like, all right, Kennedy, invite them over. As Kennedy, jumps in front of Ozawa. She's like, what do you need, villain? It's like, relax, hero. My big brother would like to invite you three for dinner, considering you're out here spying on us. And she's like, we're just scouting the area. But, yeah, that might be so. But you guys might be, a little parched. As, Midnight's and he's like, yeah, we're kind of ours, Ella. It'd be nice to have some food. It's fine. After, Midnight's like whispers to Zawa, well, you wanted to go inside. Here's our chance to meet this mystery man. As you have a point. Very well, we accept. As they enter the hall, the pack house, as there's a big dining room. As there's a mixture between right now there's only females, but there'll be male members here in a little bit. As they see a white young man, not white young man, he's white, but a white hair young man with bright blue eyes sitting at the head of the table. Oh, my guests, you arrived. Welcome. Please sit down. Let me properly introduce myself. I am Izuku Silver, and you've already met my lovely sister here. Sister, introduce yourself. Like, yes, brother. I am Kennedy Silver. And we would like to welcome you to our home to have a little dinner and a little chat. I have noticed that you've been, keeping an eye on my house. And you have your right as a hero. Not I'm not here to interrupt your investigation, whatever that is. Don't see why you would bother me, of all people. I've done nothing but help this town. She's like, help this town? Are you serious? I don't know what you, I don't know what type of shady business you have going on, but I know you did something. You did something illegal. And she's like, me do something illegal? The nerve! I would never do such a thing. Isn't that right, sisters? She's like, they smile. Of course, brother. You would never do something like that. You're a model citizen. You know. Kinsey's giving Azal the evil look. Sister, behave. My apologies, brother. I don't like the fact that he comes in here as your guest and shows disrespect to you this way. It's outrageous. My apologies. A Razorhead, was it? Yes, it is. And you two lovely ladies, who are your names? And it's like, I'm Midnight, and Mount Lady, I'm Mount Lady. Ah, it's very nice to meet you. Please sit down. We got plenty of food. We'll talk and eat. As he's like, very well, as they eat. And they're like, so, what brings you to my neck of the woods, Mr. Racerhead? Huh. To see this area has been improving. Extremely large rate. It's very suspicious. And how all the major gangs in the area have just vanished out of nowhere. And somehow, when you arrived, suddenly all the gangs disappeared. I highly doubt that's a coincidence. As Izuki smiles, he's like, oh, Mr. Razorhead. It is true. I've helped this town to improve. When I got here, it was nothing but a slum nest of crooks. But I've helped this town, this city, to progress to a higher state. Like your city you're so proud of that's in UA. Mr. Eraserhead. As that continues, as he's like, I don't know what you're up to. You must have had them killed. And he's like, oh, he's out. Mr. Razorhead. You dumped all your corkless here. Am I correct? As he's like, what do you mean? You don't know? I'm shocked. For a hero, you should know about this. All your corkless citizens get dumped here. And they get enslaved. And they get captured by the gangs around here. And put in people trafficking. If you get what I'm meaning. And yet, all you heroes just ignores it. Because you see at the corkless as nothing but trash. And that statement pisses me off as he slams his hand on the table. Now, let me make myself perfectly clear. I have done nothing illegal. I've took all the abandoned people that you should have protected. You and your heroes decide to turn a blind eye because in your world, you see quirkless people as not even people. As he senses a very not bloodlust, but leader aura around him. As he always sees what type of person he really is. Now, my apologies, ladies. As all his sisters were kind of scared. My apologies, ladies. I tend to get heated up during this subject. As Midnight's like, how old are you, kid? Oh, I'm 17. Where's your parents? Oh, they're dead. They died a long time ago. I think I was 6. Been on alone since I was 7. But nevertheless, I've recently dedicated myself to this town. And soon things are going to change. What do you mean? Yes. mm, Young Midoriya. Not young Midoriya. Young Silver. Oh, it's simple. A bill's going to pass. And things are going to change a whole lot around here. I'm not going to spoil the surprise. Let's let's eat. As they're like, so is everyone here corkless? Yes, everyone's here corkless. Except for me, of course. What do you mean? Oh, I have a cork. I was born with one. It was very odd at first. But enough about that. I don't use it. Because I feel no need to. It's pointless to have a cork, really. It's a hindrance, if anything else. Alright, let's get on the. They do the meal. And as I was like, I think we're about to leave. Yes, I think that's best as well, Mr. Razorhead. It's good to meet you. Midnight, Mount Lady. It was a pleasure. Oh, and before I forget, as he snaps his fingers, like, sisters, do you have it? As they have cheesecake. Here you go. You ladies should definitely not miss out the cheesecake. It's to die for. As he smiles, they're like, sure, thanks. As, they grab it, and they're like, as I was like, be careful, it might be poison when he gets outside. It doesn't look poison as all, it looks like normal cheesecake. He's just being extra cautious. As Izuki gets back into his chair at the dining room. So, sisters, how do you think that went? As, they start laughing. You're like, can't believe you actually invited heroes inside the house and threatened them. And she's like, oh, no. Yeah, they were gonna keep poking their head in. They have no proof, no bodies, no witnesses. They have nothing. So I'm in a clear. Even if they have something, I'm nothing but a 17-year-old kid. Who would ever believe me? 7-year-old kid that would conquer a criminal organization. It's unrealistic, but really. Come on, girls. It's bedtime. As they all go to their rooms as he sleeps. As the next day, we go to Izawa and Razorhead. He doesn't know his name, but Razorhead, Midnight, Mount Lady, and Nezu. Report. Razorhead. Yes, we were observing the manor, and we were actually invited in for dinner. As is all like drinking his tea. Interesting. Please continue. It's like, yeah, I felt very uneasy. As he's like, explain. Felt like I was. It felt like I was in a den full of wolves, especially from the young man. How many people were there? As he's like, there were roughly around 30, 40 young women and one male. And they all it seemed like they were very loyal to him. He could be a threat. I have no proof of what been going on in that town, but there's no way that town should progress that fast and crime rate to go to zero out of nowhere. He's up to something. I know it, as the news. Today, a bill passed in Mootown makes all corks illegal in Mootown to use. As they're like, what? As Ozawa spits out his tea. All cork usage is illegal, including heroes and villains. As he's outlawing corks in general in his town. He doesn't want nothing to do with it. And all cork citizens will be required to wear a collar. As that happens. It's like, damn it! So that's what he meant. Yes, that's troubling. Very troubling. I think I need to go meet this. Did you say his name was Izuku? Yes, Izuku Silver. Huh, Izuku Silver. I might have to do some background on the boy and see who he is. As he calls his cop friend, the Mr. Rough Dog, whatever his name is. Um, hello. Oh, Izawa, what can I do for you? I need a background check on, he faxed a picture on this young man, Izuku Silver. As he does the background check, we got nothing. I got nothing, sir. That's troubling, but thank you anyways. I'll think I'll meet the young man. As that happens, as you know, as he gets in his car and he drives off. Driver, take me to Moontown. Chop chop. As you know, he does that. And you lady, come with me. You seem to have he seemed to be more friendly with you than a Razorhead. If I brung him, it would not look good. I would have Midnight join me as well, but she's off doing something else. So yes, yes, Nezu. And she goes, and I'm like, actually, the cheesecake was actually really good. And they're talking. They're like, cheesecake? Yeah, he gave me some cheesecake on the way back after we left. And she's like, it was very delicious. Midnight loved it. But Zawa didn't want to do nothing to do with it. He thought it was poison. As you know, yeah, Mr. Ozawa is quite cautious with everyone. As Nezu get to the pack house, as he rings the door. Who is it? Oh, it's Principal Nezu from UA. I would like to speak with Mr. Young Master Izuku Silver. Is he home? As one moment, um, big brother. There's someone called Principal Nezu here to speak to you from UA. As that took his peak, that piqued his interest. Oh, interesting. From the academy. That's a shocker. Very well. Everyone scatter. I will handle this. Are you sure? Alpha. Yes, I'm fine. Here's no threat. Rumors say he's a very intelligent being. As they're like, well, what do you mean? Oh, he's a cork animal, apparently. I've done my research on the man, on the creature, I guess, but pretty messed up stuff, but I can't keep him waiting. Ah, Principal Nezu is very nice to meet you, as he shakes his hand. Ah, Silver. Come, Izawa. It's very nice to see you. Mount Lady? And she's like, yeah, likewise. Come on. Let's talk over some tea. And it's like, really? Some tea? I love myself some tea. It's like, yeah. I haven't, I came across uh, a special branch of tea from Alaska a while back ago. Oh, I've been wanting to try that. It's a special blend of Alaska tea that he's had for a while. So, as they explain. So I heard that you've been taking care of this town recently here. It looks quite impressive, actually. Yes, Mr. Nezu. This town was a sad state before I came along, so I helped it along. I would like to talk about this new bill that's passed. Oh, you saw? It was on the news. Very troubling. Please, explain. You can't simply just outlaw quirks altogether. Yes, I can, Mr. Nezu. With all due respect, I own this town. I make the laws here, and I choose to enforce them. That's how it's going to be. I've seen how people abuse their power. If they want to be in this town, if you have a quirk, you will be required to wear a collar. That's simple. That rule applies to me as well. As he shows his collar. This is the collar that we'll be wearing. As he's like, it's the more advanced one that they have in prison. May I see that? As like he takes it off and gives it to him. Huh, fascinating. It's far more advanced than the ones we use. Yeah, it's my own creation. Mother was always tinkering with stuff like this when I was little to help me control my quirk. And she's like, interesting. What is your quirk exactly? Let me light this real fast. Yes, Nezu. I have no problem telling you about it. It's a paralyzing slash poison quirk. It's like interesting. How does that work exactly? And he's cautious. He's afraid he's going to poison him. It's simple. Bite mark. I'm able to choose if I bite someone for my saliva to paralyze them or poison them. But there's only one way to cancel out the effects, is using my blood. That's how it works. And he's like, why haven't you had this evaluated, if you may ask? I don't trust doctors. And for one, I'm not originally from this country. I'm a citizen now, but I'm from Alaska. The tea, of course. Couldn't tell. And he's like, very good tea, actually. Why? It's simple. Your heroes did turn a blind eye to the people here. You dump all your corkless on my doorstep, and I've took command and gave them direction. And in return, the corkless run this town. Everyone here in this town is corkless. There is no one with a cork except for me. As Kennedy walks in. My apologies, brother, but I can't allow you to be alone with these people. As he sees that. And you, miss? I'm not talking to you, mouse. As sister. Manners? And she's like, yes, brother. My apologies. Don't mind my sister. You must forgive my sister. She's a bit overprotective when it comes to me. As she sits down next to Izuku. Like I was saying, the heroes turn a blind eye, so your heroes can't come up here and demand changes that suits your needs. This is my town. This is my territory. I will protect it. Even if we have to go to war. With anyone. Get my drift? As he's like, very well, I understand. I'll be in touch. As Nezu, he's shooken by this. He's sweating. As he's like, his animal senses was telling him to run the whole time. As he's like, Nezu, are you right? No, I'm not. That was very unpleasant. That boy, I don't know what he is. There's something wrong with him. What do you mean? He seemed perfectly nice. Not his personality. I just got a very bad feeling, like I had to run. It was one. I haven't had my animal senses act up like that in a long time. My animal instinct acts up like that when there's a predator near. What Mr. Zawa said walking into a den of wolves. I understand what he means now. We need to get more evidence, some more information on that young man. I need to pull all my favors. I need to get to the bottom of this, and I will. And as he's drinking his, tea in the car. All right, that was very unpleasant, but he's shaking. But Izuku wasn't mean to him, but he's just, he's shaking. He's heated. So as we cut to, the vampire queen. My lady, we have update. Apparently, I know. What do you mean? I've been keeping an eye on my Izuku. Seems like the heroes are going to get involved. I want them taken care of. We can't kill them, Your Majesty. As she grabs her by her throat. I didn't say anything about killing them, did I? I just want them off his hair. You understand? As she's like, as she drops her, like, yes, Your Majesty. Huh. I have an idea. She sends, she sends a letter to Nezu. As I don't know if I'm gonna make him go to UA at all, but I think I am because a interaction with that. I know he has killed before, but there's no proof. The heroes have no proof to say that he killed. So even though Nezu's shooken by this, but once I know UA is kind of weird like that. Like they would rather have him be a hero than a villain. That's how I'm going to do it. So later in the episodes, there's going to be more interactions with Izuku and Nezu and the heroes in general. So there's that, and we're going to probably stop it there. 26 minutes. Yeah, we're going to stop here, and I'll think of next. I'll upload the next part tomorrow, and I'll try to upload the Vampire What If tomorrow too. I just didn't know. I just didn't know what to add into it because because I didn't want to go straight into the sports festival. I just want to add more parts to it to get more, make it a little bit longer. So enough of me rambling on about the Vampire What If. I hope you guys have a good night and day, judging by time zones. All right, bye.